think everybody's thing is off. Okay, perfect. Okay. And centering in wherever you feel that center is today. For some, it's right in your heart center, maybe your core, maybe crown of the head or third eye. Soft and even breath. Gently turn the palms up. That's your only movement, as if both of your hands were filled with cotton. Just soften the facial features, soften the shoulders. Slowly allow the palms to raise up to heart center in a prayer-like position. And take a moment to set intention for your practice. It's the spring equinox, stars just passed, moving into longer days. We'll begin this practice by chanting Om together 3 times. You can join in or just simply listen to the resonance of others. So inhale deeply. Slowly allow your palms to lift up to your third eye, so thumbs up to the forehead. Take your gaze inward to the upper triangle. Take a sacred pause. And then float your hands back down. Okay, let's start just for bringing your feet out in front of you. So we're taking Dandasana just for a moment or two. Hands alongside of your hips, really planted into the earth. Flex the feet, flex the toes as if you can spread the toes wide. And then flex and point your feet. Such a simple movement, but often, especially in restorative yoga, we don't really get into the ankle joint that much. So let's give it a little bit of love today. You can even find a little bit of a synchronization with movement if you want to point and flex and then even open the feet and bring them back together and then forward, almost like mini sun cells for the feet. Just play with that, just a few more rounds, all while you're in staff pose. And then soften everything. Roll the shoulders back and around a few times. Up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. And make sure you do it the opposite way. And then just get some sweeping arm movements into it. Keeping yourself upright in your staff pose. So you're still at a nice right angle. Any way you want with the wingspan. And then ultimately bringing them up to shoulder height and making little circles. First one way and then the other way. And then bring your hand to thumbs up, right? And we're gonna thumbs up, turn your arms so the thumb goes behind you. And then bring it so it goes down towards the ground. So everybody's gonna have a different range of motion. If you have shoulder injuries, just keep it light. It doesn't have to be a full 180 spin. Just a little bit, you feel in the upper arm. And the next time you come up, open your palms, soften the elbows, and float the hands back down to the mat. Okay, shake it out a little bit. Let's start on our back today. So let us supine start. So knees into your chest. And just roll from side to side. And then find some stillness. Hold on just below the knees. Bring your knees rather wide so that you feel the large expanse of the lower back on the floor. And just stay here for a few breaths. And then bring your knees together. Hug the right knee into the chest only. Extend the left leg up and then float it down to the ground slowly. From here, we're going to inhale. On the exhalation, gently draw the right knee over to the left. Keep your left arm out to the side and look over your left shoulder. Stay with the breath. Relax into the shape. And breathe space into the right side of the body. Slowly back to center. Both knees back into the chest. Give yourself a big hug. And then hold on to the left knee. Inhale the right leg up and float that down to the ground. Inhale deeply. Exhale, glide the left knee over to the right and look over the left shoulder. Slowly back up to center. Now place both your feet down on the mat. Arms alongside the body with the palms facing down. And just find the back of the skull on the mat. Maybe turn your head from side to side. Noticing its roundness. And then ultimately just finding your head in line with the neck. Take 3 deep breaths here. Exhale with a ha-like sound, a detoxifying breath. So inhale. On the next inhalation, we're going to inhale. On the exhalation, pressing to the four corners of the feet, raise your hips up towards the ceiling into a bridge pose. Stay here. And when you feel ready, floating the hips back down. Take a resting breath. When you're ready, you're going to work your way into some bridge poses where you'll inhale up and exhale, descend. So just finding your own rhythm, synchronizing the breath, finding strength in any part of the pose. One more time. And then place your feet as wide as the mat and windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Inhale, bring your knees into your chest, gently roll onto your right hand side. So you're in a like child's pose on your side, kind of like you're getting out of bed in the morning. Just pause here for a moment. And then using the hand as a prop, you're going to gently come up with your head coming up absolutely last. Okay, good. Let's sit up tall. Get your props nearby, your bolsters, your blocks, what have you. We'll be using them in a minute or two. Let's just do a little hip work from here. So start yourself cross-legged, whatever feels good. Ground those hips down, and then you're going to gently pick up your right foot. Now, excuse me, if you can wrap your arm around the leg, great. Sometimes people even like to wrap it under. It doesn't matter. You really just have to hold on to the outside of the foot. But what we're going to do is we're going to kind of like stir the pot, right? So you're going to take that foot and just pretend you're doing little circles until you feel it not only up to the knee, but also into the hip here. And make sure you also do the reverse. When you come to stillness, I want you to hold on behind that leg and just let the calf go a little bit limp here. And then hold it in tight and then flex and point the foot, just like we did earlier, only different position. So it's almost like you're sitting on one of those little cute little swings on the amusement park ride, right? You're all in tight. You got yourself all held in here. You're just dangling your little feet. And then slowly lean forward so you can place that foot down on, hinge the leg, give that leg a little bit of a massage. Okay, other side. So whatever clasp you took, do the same one if you can. Take hold of that foot, and once again, rotations. Coming to stillness, hugging in that left leg. Allow the calf to dangle, be weightless, and flex and point your foot. And then gently bring that down. Okay, let's take a straddle. So a comfortable one. It doesn't have to be super wide at all. And we're going to take this to 2 levels tonight. So first, we're going to start up high. So making a little tempo with blocks or bolsters, pillows, whatever you have at the ready. Place your prop on top. The distance of this to you or away from you is going to depend upon your fold. So ultimately, you want your sit bones to feel like they're reaching back behind you. So you have a nice, really nice angle of your back that doesn't feel like you're going into your neck. Ideally, you want to feel the lower back sloping in a little bit. So let's inhale, arms up, reach, 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 reach. Exhale, dive forward. You're going to stack your forearms and place your forehead upon. Nice. And breathe. There should be no tension in your neck, your shoulders. If you feel any of that, you want to adjust accordingly. A few more rounds of breath. When you start to feel a little bit comfortable is when we know we will come out of the pose and come back into it at a different level. So we're going to inhale forward, come on up. Let the arms float down. And then either taking off the bolster or bringing the blocks down a level. Now, by now, your spine is lengthened a little bit, more than likely. So you could push the prop a little bit further away from you. And then once again, inhale it up. Exhale, come forward. Then put the opposite arm on top, the one that non-common, and come on down. When you're ready, reach those hands out once again. Come on up. Reach, reach, tall, tall, tall. Give a little back bend in your heart, even if you have to soften the elbows and bring your hands apart a little bit, like you're leaning onto a bolster. We'll get there later. And then float the arms down. Nice. Cool. All right. Do some Janushirshasana action. So legs back out in front. We're going to bend the left knee. If you feel the need to put something underneath your left thigh, go ahead and do so. If the knee feels a little tight, my recommendation would be to take your two fingers, place them behind the knee before you bend it, and place the foot, because that'll get a little bit of room in the knee joint, just to help with that fold. Now grab your blocks, place them on either side of the right calf. Inhale. Wiggle the torso a tiny bit, get a little movement in there, it's already there anyway. And then come forward. Now, I like to put my forearms or maybe my elbows onto the blocks and just place my hands like this. You can also put your elbows and just rest your hands like prayer pose on your forehead. All these suggestions are fine. Just find the fold to the place where you start to feel it you're going to feel it in your hip on the left-hand side, the hamstring, and also the IT band on the left side, but the hamstring on the right side. So indulge forward. Remember, finding the shape, breathing into the sensations, letting go. A few more breaths. And then slowly extend your arms forward. Come on up and down. So we're going to take like a half stretch, half twist here. What I want you to do is take your right leg and cross it over a little bit. So kind of like over your foot that's there, right? A little bit different, right? And take your blocks, and you're going to put them someplace comfortable that you're going to twist to. So we're going to end up in the same place like this, right? Maybe lower if you're feeling it. You just need to bring it, move this blanket, to a place where you could just fold over to the right. I really hope nobody's eaten dinner yet. If you have, take it slow and easy. And slowly come up. Bring those props out of the way. Bring the leg back. Bring both legs in front. Shake it out. First, notice the difference between your legs. And John Ustrasana, head to knee pose on the other side. Inhale, arms up. Shake it out. Every side might feel a little different, so honor where you're at. Try to remember where you started. Try to mimic it to the best of your ability. When you're ready, you're going to slowly come up, come back down. Move your props. You're going to cross your leg over. And take that little bit of a twist. Maybe this side's easier, maybe this side's harder. So make your adjustments as needed. And slowly come up. Remove the props. Bring your legs back to center. Shake them out. Okay. Let's come into our table pose. So right into your cat and cow. So find a nice table. Wrists directly underneath your shoulders. Fingers spread wide. Inhale, dip the belly into the earth. Thread the heart between the shoulder blades. Gentle gaze up. Exhale, belly button in towards the spine. Press into the palms. Look inward and arch up like a cat. Inhale, forward cow. Exhale, up. So one or two more times than you think you need to today. And the next time you're about to come up to a cat, float yourself back to child's pose. Sit bones reaching behind you, fingertips in front of you. Slowly float yourself back up to a table. You're going to make that triangle kind of pyramid shape with your elbows to your fists. So like this, onto the ground in front of you. We're going to go into a dolphin. So you just float your chest forward. And let's hold this for 5 counts of breath. So inhale. So there should be no weight on the knees. You should just bring the core inward. Look straight down at your palms. Soften the shoulders down. Notice I could breathe. Notice I could speak. If it's too much tension, come back to child's pose. And then float yourself back to a puppy pose so the head hangs between the upper arms. And float yourself forward. And back. And then come forward onto your belly. I'm going to flip it around here. So first thing I want you to do, I'll do it from your side. We're going to bring the arm out, right arm out to the side. And you're just going to roll. Actually, let's do it this way. Come here, like you're putting your head on the, cradling your head with your hand. And then you're just going to roll onto your right side so that you get into the right shoulder a little bit. You could just let the left hand relax anywhere. Breathe into the chest, open, open, open. Now, just so you know, I'm trying not to be extreme, but some people like to keep their arm out and they roll onto it. So that really gets right into the shoulder, but I'm giving you two options here. Back to center, and the same thing on the other side. So cradle the head and roll over. Any version you want. And then roll down onto your belly. Stack your your hands and place your forehead upon them. Hands alongside the breastbone. Bring those butterfly wings in tight. Forehead on the ground. Inhale. On the exhalation, raise the head. Raise your shoulders a wee bit. Come into baby cobra. Breathe. Be buoyant. And then allow everything to come down, cheek to one side, relax the hands, pigeon toe the feet, and just descend into the rest. When you're ready, come back to your prep for cobra. Forehead on the ground. Inhale. Exhale. Come on up. When you're ready, cheek to one side, relax. Let a few sighs out. When you're ready, you're going to float yourself back to your child's pose. They slowly come up. We're going to utilize some of that opening in the legs right now by going into pigeon pose. So we're going to let's bring the right leg forward, bend, and slowly descend. Now, if you need to put a prop or something under your hip, feel free to do so. You should not be going into the knee. It should feel more like you're opening up IT band, and this whole other side here, the psoas muscle on your left side is what should feel like it's really getting a nice open. Now you can either stack your blocks or your props in front of you, or just come down. Breathe into the pose, breathe into the sensations. I know I sound like a broken record, but it makes a difference. And you're gonna roll out of this before you do the other side. So easiest way is just roll to the right side, bring both legs behind you, come back to child's pose. And when you're ready, bring the left leg up. So again, make sure the hip, not the knee. Open the psoas on the right hand side and descend. When you're ready, rolling back onto that side. Now, once again, we're gonna come here. Now, I'm gonna add something we haven't done, I don't think, in a while. Some of you might have it, some of you might not, but it's worth trying. And just, let's see. So it's a bow, right? So it can be done without grabbing the feet. So you're gonna bend your knees. And let's just start like one head to the side. Now, if you could grab your ankles, grab them. If you can't, just keep your knees bent. So I'm going to show you how to do it without grabbing your ankles, because some of you may have it, some people may not. All right, I'll do both actually. So if I'm here with my ankles, my forehead's on the ground. Inhale, the exhalation, just gonna push your ankles away, just so your head comes up a little bit. Now don't overdo it, just the tiniest bit. Perfect, you're looking straight ahead. 2, 3 breaths. Excellent. And release everything slowly to the ground, cheek to one side. Enjoy the buzz. Very nice. Definitely a formidable pose. Lots of good results. Now it's always practice makes perfect. So if you got there once, it's good to do it again. So ankles, if you do the same thing, whatever you did before, if that wasn't good for you, because I can't see everybody, you keep your elbows in tight, keep your feet flexed, and just press and do like a half cobra, but also reach your feet up. So it's almost like a little spider motion. So let's do wherever everybody is. If you started here, if you were doing this before, do it again, because that means you've got it. The other one is a modification. And descend cheek to the opposite side, and release. And float yourself back. Nice. Come on down. Relax if you're there. Relax for a minute. When you're ready, you'll go back to child's pose, which is a nice counter pose. Nice job, guys. And we're gonna scooch forward. Grab your block. You're gonna come into your inversion. So come in here, take your block or pillow or something, and you're gonna keep it this direction. Place it underneath the lower back. Rest the lower back. Knees into your chest. And let your legs raise up. Surrender to the inversion, arms alongside the body, palms facing up. Any variations you might want to do, go ahead and do so. Maybe rolling the ankles or different variations of the legs, a straddle or rotation of the hips. Lots of options. Take 3 more really deep breaths with a deep, audible exhalation. When you're ready, gently bending the knees, slowly putting the feet on the ground. Take a moment. Lift the hips, gently remove the block. If you need to, take any other yoga pose that your body needs, and ultimately find yourself in Shavasana, full relaxation pose. Take a few deep breaths. And slowly make your way back up to a meditation pose. Keep the eyes soft. Keep the mind soft. We shake with joy. We shake with joy. We shake with grief. What a time they have, these two, housed as they are in the same body. Slowly rise your hands up to your heart center. Take a moment to dedicate your practice to someone or something, maybe even yourself. Namaste.
Thank you, Jen.
You're so welcome.